Should you boost posts on social media? This is a question I get a lot, and I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you generically without getting too much into your situation. And if we haven't met before, my name is Justin Nava, founder of Nava Church Marketing, and we do social media consultations for churches. One of the reasons why you don't see me post too much about social media is because social media is actually very personal to your church. Every church is uniquely equipped to uniquely reach a unique group of people, and your church should have a unique social media presence. It's one of the reasons why we don't offer social media creation and management outside of advertising, because your church social media presence should be a reflection of your church culture, and that's very difficult for an outside organization to do. But I can advise on this: should you boost posts on social media? And in short, it really comes down to what you want the outcome to be. A lot of pastors think that if they just put $5 or $10 into a social media post, people will start showing up to church. It's not exactly how it's not exactly how social media works. If you want people to show up to church on Sunday, you've really got to ask them and nurture them to come to church on social media. And if you want to learn more about that, I have videos on how you can use social media to bring people to your church using an advertising campaign. Now, if you ever see that come up where you post a social media button and it's like, hey, you could reach another 2,000 people for $10, and it's like, that sounds great, and you put $10 into it and you're like, why did I even do this? Again, you have to start with what do you want to see happen? And for us, when we boost social media posts, both as our organization and we coach other churches too, it really comes down to two things. Number one, brand awareness, which is let's just get this out to as many people as possible. It's the same thing as just plastering flyers out on in your town. You don't know if people are going to see it, but it's there in case they might. They might scroll past it. Who knows? Okay. Number two reason, and this is more advanced, is if you want to retarget certain people that looked and interacted with that post. So if you want to do some survey, what's your biggest question about the Bible? And you want to post that, I think that works better as an ad, but you could do a boost on that to get that question out in front of many people. You could also create a video. If you have a sermon clip that's doing really well, and I think that's the key, doing really well organically, then you can boost that to reach more people. All right. If you go back to even the 80s, 90s, I guess not the 80s, but the late 90s, early 2000s, we used to print sermon CDs. And you didn't just print any sermon. You printed, ideally, your best sermon. I remember the church I worked with, I think it was a sermon on John 4, I think is what it was. And we just had a duplicator, and we were just running these CDs to put in guest packets to give to our church guests so they could listen to another sermon, I guess. And so when you boost posts, it's kind of the idea of, well, we printed our best sermon on CD to hand out and to get in more hands. Well, you don't want to just boost any social media post. You really want to boost the ones that you know are performing well. So if you're going to boost your social media post, number one, know what you want to have as a result. Do you want to have more engagement? Do you want to have more data? Do you want to get some information out about an event? Now, an event ad would actually be better for that. But number two, is this already proven? Is this already tested and true? And so if you post videos on your social media and they normally get 2 or 3 likes, but this one's got 20 or 30, then yeah, boost that. Get it in front of more people because it's done well with a small focus group, so to speak. And now it should do well in front of other people. And not only that, you kind of get an idea of this is what's hurting our community. This is what people are thinking about. Now, a couple of things to make sure you're aware of when you boost posts. Number one, you are essentially just throwing money out the door. Okay, I'm just going to be flat out with you. It's the same thing as going to put posters out in the community. You have no way to measure the results, the effectiveness of it. People are going to see it and they're not going to say anything about it. It's kind of like gambling. Don't gamble money you can't afford to lose. Don't put money into boosting social media posts. You can't afford to just lose, I guess. Again, the only reason you should do it, and our favorite reason to do it, is to get data on what's working really well. For example, a newer strategy that we're trying for both as a business and for clients is to make a simple video or grab a sermon clip, boost that out, and the people that interact with that stop and watch it, then we can show them an invite ad themed around the topic of the video. So if the topic of the video is around faith, we do an invite about working out your faith. If the topic around the video is around relationships, we do an invite about the upcoming relationship sermon series to improve your marriage or improve your friendships. So that's the only real reasons why we like to boost on social media. Other people will tell you, hey, you can reach more people and get more brand awareness. And it's just, that's a nice idea, but it's not really realistic. So should you boost posts on social media? If you don't have a marketing budget, don't. Okay. But if you do have a marketing budget and you're like, hey, we can experiment, we've got some funds, 20% of your marketing budget should be on experimentation, trying something new. Then yeah, go ahead and try that. But if not, or you want to have direct measurable results, like I spent $200 and we got 5 people to church, you need to be running an advertisement. And I have more videos down below. I'll see if I can link to a playlist, or I'll put the playlist at the end of this video so you can see some strategies that we use to make Facebook ads that you can actually measure and say, hey, we spent $30 and we got someone in church. I think that's way more valuable than $30 and hope someone sees our video or hope someone sees this invite. So I hope that helped. Should you boost social media posts? In short, I don't think so. But if you got some money to experiment and you know what you're going to do and you know what the result is, go ahead and try it. I wouldn't spend more than a few $100s, even at a large church, on a single post. But let me know in the comments down below. Have you boosted on social media? This is not running ads. This is just like putting out flyers, not a marketing campaign. All right. It's literally just trying to get this in front of more eyeballs. Have you tried this? What are your biggest questions about social media? Did you have success or did you have failure? Let me know down in the comments below. Any questions you want me to address about making your church known, I would love to help out with that. So God bless you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel so you get more tips and resources to help your church be known in the community. God bless. I'll see you in the next video.